Chapter 4. General Insurance. How does the insurance process? Insurance is processed with an application. This application verifies the risk and cost on number of factors. It's based on rate must be determined, insured and insurer. Inspections done, medical, if any others. Application taken full and honest information is required. Processing time is done by the insurer. Not many people qualify for the insurance because of health and sickness or bankruptcy. What is an agent in brokerage? It is very important to remember to check and understand what is the difference between them. An agent is an insurer's employer, represents the interest of the insurer. A brokerage is self-employed and they represent the interest of a client. They both serve as an intermediary between the two, client and the insurer. So remember, they work between the client and the insurer. The insured and the insurer are the only parties to the contract. The agent and the brokerage are there just to represent the insurer. The errors in omission. The law requires that insurance brokerage exercise reasonable skills, care, and diligence for the client. If a client suffers financial loss arising out of the failure of the brokerage performance, then that is filed as the errors in omission on the brokerage and on the broker. How can you verify this? By inadequate coverage causes errors in omission. It's a failure to advise clients of exclusions, failure to place coverage or placing it too late, providing incorrect coverage, incorrect advice as to availability of coverage, so incorrect advice to availability of coverage. So you have to know which coverage is available. Misrepresentation, cancellation and renewal errors, policy changes, processing delays, brokerage agreement violations. The most important you have to remember is inadequate coverage or failure to advertise. The client, the underwriter, a corporate and mutual. The underwriter is the employee of the insurance company such as RBC, Desterran, and others. The relationship between the underwriter and the broker is an extreme close. The process. Primary role of the underwriter is to collect applications, positive or negative. Either they will accept it or reject it. The broker, underwriter may request for more information, thus for internal inspection. Loss experience data. The underwriter will attempt to determine the insurer's loss experience for the type of risk by collecting the books and records of its business. Inspection reports. Some insurance companies employ a field representative for physical inspections such as ICBC adjusters. Two kinds of hazards. This is very important to remember because it will come on the test. Underwriters will want to ensure that he or the hazards associated with the risk are minimal. One is physical, which is direct. It can be caused by firefighter access, water damage by housing, heat damage to adjacent by fire. Number two is moral, which is subjective, very difficult to determine. More detail on physical hazard. It's a direct evaluation. Construction of the building or the condition of the premises which can cause a peril to occur. The reason why the construction of the building is that it can withstand losses from fire, wind, snow, natural causes. Occurrence of the building. Evaluation. Self-occupancy Is it personal? Were you living there? Or is it rented out and having tenants in there? Or was it a business with the house at a property? Or is it business separate? How many divisions, books and records? And if it is business, the housekeeping. States of premises can contribute a cause of loss, chemical reaction, or uplifting carpeting and accumulation of waste in the building. So any dirt in the can cause fire. So that's direct causes. What is moral cause? Is it subjective? It's difficult to determine. 1. Caused by financial conditions. If a client is having difficulty with the financial, it can arise hardship. People can commit insurance fraud, which is true. Moral character sensed by underwriter. Just by talking to you, the underwriter may know exactly what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and if you are fraud. Very difficult to determine, but it's been discussion with the applicant. Observation by underwriter or hired adjuster. Previous claims are paid or cancelled in the past or any other claims outstanding. Discussions. Observation. That's the moral character. The moral condition was financial condition. Number 3. Indifference to loss, showing carelessness. Personal attitude, the body language. An underwriter will determine the applicant has the ability to avoid or reduce losses. Responsibility. Moral hazard is extremely difficult to detect, so that is why the underwriter needs to prepare the application to make an effort to prevent the reduce losses. Making an underwriter decision sometimes is not easy, but every underwriters have to make a decision. Either they can reject it, they can accept a claim, they can accept higher rate for the premium because of the material change, they can increase the deductible, higher the premium. So the higher the deductible, the lower the premium. Terms and conditions applies with the application, which is non-changeable. Rates and rating making. Rate making means the rate book are provided to the brokerage, so they have to charge the same rate as written by the underwriter. The insurer normally provides the brokerage with rate manual to businesses for insurance companies, mostly homeowners, tenants, condominium unit owners, small business. The claim adjusters. It investigates insurance claims by interviewing the claimant and witnesses, consulting police and hospital records, and inspection property damage to determine the extent of the company's liability. Liability is one important thing you have to really learn it. The steps. Insureds reports to the brokerage that fire damage has happened. A peril has occurred. The brokerage reports to the insurer. The insurer satisfied with the claim hires an insurance company adjuster or independent adjuster. The determination of claim is settled. End of chapter 4. We will give you a hint next